Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Kansas City Royals taking on the Baltimore Orioles. All right, Singy, let's talk about the
stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and starting this one, number 30. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
Now the left fielder, Dairon Blanco. In there at the knees, and we are underway. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Struck him out looking.
Oh, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
The throw to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. An important piece, but a guy that's been struggling a little bit. They're DH in this one, Michael Massey.
Yeah, and for some reason, he's really struggled this year with runners in scoring position, Boog. I mean, he's hitting under 200 at nose at bats, and your team needs you to come through if they're going to be able to raise that average in terms of runs per game. And when that's the case, it really gets in your head a little bit, and you start wanting to avoid pressure situations. If you're doing that, your career is going to go downhill. He's got to find a way to treat it like any other at bat, but that's obviously easier said than done.
Foul ball there. 2 out, space is empty. Left field, way back there. It's a bomb. That one felt good. His second of the year, and the Royals strike first. It's 1-0.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly.
Vinny Pasquantino. Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with.
And it stays fair.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Jonathan India at the plate. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. And first offering is fouled off. India measures 6 feet even, 28 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Next offering is in for a strike. Pasquantino off of first with 2 away. And there's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And today's starter, Michael Wacha.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
1-0.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The Orioles off to a hot start this season, playing very well in the early going.
Yeah, when a team's winning at this kind of pace, Boog, the vibes are great. I was on 2 different teams that had a .600 winning percentage or better.
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. A solo shot. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 1-1.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Jordan Westburg stands in now and watches strike 1.
Ball. The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
That one outside. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Fouls one off. 2-2. This one in the air. Pasquantino on his way over. Hauls it in for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Oh, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Kobe Mayo stands in here, takes ball one low. Tied up here in the early going. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. Next offering upstairs. Lifted in the air down the left side. Blanco makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back now at Oriole Park. Second inning set to go. Now it's the DH, Michael Massey. There's the strike. Right through there for a strike. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. Feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said. In the air to left down the line. O'Neill getting an angle on it. Makes the grab, one away. So up now for Kansas City, Freddie Fermin. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. And that one is out of here. A soaring shot to center. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So 1 out, nobody on. Hunter Renfroe at the plate. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Renfroe matched a homer in his last game. Drilled out towards left center field. Mullins sizing this one up. Hauls it in, 2 away. And on the ground, right side, Holiday gets it to first, and that is that. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
You know, it didn't take Mountcastle long to make a splash at the major league level. In 2021, he became the first rookie to lead the Orioles in home runs since Kurt Blefary in 1965.
Fouled off. He was late. Waka, a former All-Star. He features a changeup, a four-seamer, a sinker, a cutter, and he works in a slider. Not even close there. And now it's even 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
1 out, bases empty. Up and in, 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's Adley Rutschman. That one at the knees for a strike.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Ball.
Grounder might be 2. Off balance feet. There's 1. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play. Nicely done, and that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Royals 2 and the Orioles 1. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Just missed. Now a fly ball to right center. Mullins in pursuit. And it's caught for the out. And now Michael Garcia.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, Siggy here in Baltimore, and crab cakes. We need to get our hands on some crab cakes. You think we'll get someone to maybe run down for us and grab a few?
Absolutely. It's got to happen. Maryland crab cakes, the best. And you talk about the seasoning. Nobody does it better than the people here in the city of Baltimore. But even so, here at the ballpark, some great food.
Henderson. And there are 2 outs.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman's mitt.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Now a check swing, but he held up. Yeah, and I'm kind of partial to my guy Boog down there over that right field wall, and some barbecue, because Boog can fire up some pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any of that yet up here in the booth. Come on, man, let's go.
And now 2-1. Now one missed. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. And this is going to be a 2-out triple.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
So a runner at third, 2 men out. And here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. Check swing, called strike.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up. Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. So 1 left for Kansas City. They lead it 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Waka back to work. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it on his own.
He's out.
1 up, 1 down. Here's Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill working through some struggles lately. That missed by a lot. 1-0.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's a little bit low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
2-2. And that just misses.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
And that is low for ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch. And I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Back to the top of the lineup and into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. He's already homered in this game.
Ball 1.
This one in the dirt. And the 1-0. Misses again, 5 in a row.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Next pitch is outside. And that one fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Full count.
Got him swinging. Nice job behind the plate there.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Jordan Westberg digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Just missed. There's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's downstairs and outside. The 2-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now Gunnar Henderson. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. O'Neill flies around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. It's 2-2.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Now here's the Orioles DH, Kobe Mayo. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Out to center. Squeezes it, and that will end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Jonathan India. That one ripped. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back.
Mullins puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Freddie Fermin. And there's the strike.
Tough spot right here. Quick inning, 2 quick outs. You got to be patient, but you also have to be somewhat aggressive to not miss your pitch early in the count.
And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Outside. It's 2-2. He goes down looking. Nothing doing for the Royals, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Back here in Baltimore, and now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle, 28 years old. And he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
High fly ball, right field. Renfroe in position. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ball 1, no strikes. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Hard ground ball, base down. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Rutschman batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Ball.
Man at first, 1 away. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's 1. And their second double play of the day will end the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're headed to the 5th. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
Well, these Royals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Get out of town. That'll fire up the dugout. His 4th home run of the season. And it gives him the lead in the 5th. It's 3-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Kyle Isbell will hit next. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So the batting order turns over. Stepping in, Dairon Blanco. In there at the knees. One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. And foul ball. The other way, makes the catch for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one's back there. And it's out of here. He circles the bases. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 4-2. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Number 30 will depart, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Charlie Morton. He's into the game with the bases empty. Digging in, Bobby Witt Jr. And there's a strike. Headed down the line. And that drops foul. Laser could be trouble, and that's going to kick into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Hit in the air left field. Makes the catch, and that is that. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 4-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. In the air, left side. Blanco on the move to the alley. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
So up next, Tyler O'Neill.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Popped up right side for Mean. Puts it away for the out. And that quickly, 2 away. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Hit hard, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And now Jordan Westberg, 1 for 2. That's in there. That's strike one. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Hunter Harvey getting loose out there. Schreiber getting loose as well.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And that skips in the dirt. Caught him looking for the K. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Royals 4 and the Orioles 2. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Jonathan India. Morton back to work. That's in for a strike. Morton, multi-time All-Star. He throws a slurve, a four-seamer, a changeup, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Swings through it for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup. Next is the designated hitter, Michael Massey. 0 for 2 in this one. That catches the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. And strike 2.
0-2.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Up the middle, and that chance handled. In there safely.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
And the batter now, Freddie Fermin. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Massey leads off first with 1 away. And that drops in for a strike. A little bit low.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one popped up. Mountcastle settles under it. And there are 2 outs. Now it's Hunter Renfroe. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here. When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Morton to throw over. Massey back easily. Two outs. There's a strike. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Royals 4 and the Orioles 2. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Hunter Harvey.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Henderson in the box again, takes a strike. Action in the pen down there. Chris Bubich appears to be getting loose. Estevez, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And now the DH, Kobe Mayo. He's got some power, no doubt.
That's through there for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering misses, and 1-1. Mayo recently taking home Player of the Month honors. And that's in the dirt.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Swing and a foul out of play. The Royals holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And there's the ball. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Blanco. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Pitch misses. Going to count 1-2.
1-2.
Line drive and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. And next for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday. He's 2 for 2. Right through there for a strike. Strike 2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Next offering way off the plate. Starting to go to 1-2. A check on it to third. No swing, says Freddie Ferguson. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. One left for the Orioles. They trail it here 4-2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Out towards left center. O'Neill makes the grab. 1 down. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Dairon Blanco. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
No balls. One strike.
Out towards right center field. Mullins in pursuit. And a couple of quick outs. Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Garcia. He was late there, strike one.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
And that's outside. Now 1-2.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game. With the
O'Neill brings it in for the 3rd out. KC down in order as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Carlos Estevez.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman.
And still looking for that hit to keep this streak going, and this might be his last shot at it, Boog.
Estevez in his 9th season, 32 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. There's a swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Got him looking. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Heston Kjerstad, the next to hit for the Orioles. Late on that fastball.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Next offering is down low. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
2 outs. And that is cut on and missed. And the count even at 1. Next offering is outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Clips the corner. 2-2 now. Right side, hard hit. The flip to the pitcher covering. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. Still down by a count of 4-2. We're at the top of the 8th. Now at the plate, Bobby Witt Jr. Just a single short of the cycle. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss.
Well, that's that slope right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Mullins makes the grab. And there's one away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Vinny Pasquantino, 1 for 3.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Sliced hard but foul. And that one popped in the air, left field. O'Neill. He makes the grab. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Next to hit, Jonathan India.
0 for 3 in this one.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And no one can get there. Around first, heading for 2. The relay to second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Massey stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Gets a piece and stays alive. Cut out and missed, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Royals leave 1, but they still lead this one 4-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Chris Bubich.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Cedric Mullins. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Lucas Erceg getting ready to go. Schreiber warming up as well. That one not close. 1-2 to count.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Fought off foul. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. The next offering misses, and the count even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one missed.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
And a swing and a miss. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
This one in the air. Garcia should have this one. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Back now at Oriole Park. Leading off, Freddie Fermin. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Yennier Cano.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
There's the strike.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Now. And there's the strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Gone. Straight into the visitors' bullpen. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 5-2. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
And here is Kyle Isbell. Check swing, called strike. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-2.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Fair ball. Around first, digging for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair, so that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
On the ground to short, and he can't come up with it. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Two on, 1 out. Here's the 3rd baseman, Michael Garcia. There's the strike. Isbell at 2nd. Blanco at 1st. 1 gone. Hit on the ground might be 2. 2 gone now.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
And next up for the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
2 aboard, 2 outs. And right back to the mound. On to first, and Witt is out. And the inning is over. And a run to the Royals lead with this homer. It's now 5-2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Lucas Erceg.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Mayo in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Oh, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
On the ground right side. He'll do it himself.
Out.
And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
He's 2 outs away. Mountcastle getting ready to hit. And a swing and a miss there.
No ball. 1 strike. Ball.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Swing and a miss. Wow. And the count's even at 2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Holiday at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one. Strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop at it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Ersing is just 1 strike away. Got him. And the crowd goes home disappointed as this one draws to a close.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can.